Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Warrior 2 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's time for Prince Hermes to venture further away from his home. Last episode, he was given the task to go try to find his two cousins, the Prince of Cannock and the Princess of Moonbrook, and recruit them in his quest to defeat the evil sorcerer Hargon. Hargon is the sorcerer who led the attack on Moonbrook Castle that we saw in the intro. So I stuck around here until I got to level 3. Basically I fought until I needed to use the inn a second time. And like I said, I got a little bit over level 3. So the main thing is you want to have at least, I'd say probably about 130 gold. Because we're going to want to buy a shield in Leftwyne. This is a town we were told is to the west of Middenhall. And then we're going to also want to buy some medical herbs and antidote herbs. So, let's just keep heading over. Getting into a lot of encounters, but that's good. It'd be nice to be able to get to level 4 before we start heading to our next destination. So we only needed 15 more experience to do that, so this would be easy to do. So big slugs are a little bit more dangerous than the slime, so in this battle I want to take out the big slugs first. That's a big key to victory. You want to try to take out the enemies that deal more damage to you first, so they're not bound long enough to deal more damage to you. So if you get really lucky, some of the enemies around here can drop the medical herbs, so including this guy, the Iron Ant. They actually have a pretty high chance to drop a medical herb compared to other enemies. The Iron Ant has a 12.5% chance to drop medical herb, as opposed to the big slug, which is only 3.1%, and the slime, which is 0.8%. So you kind of got to get lucky to get the medical herb. So we have more than enough gold. So. Oh, that stinks. We got ambushed by the ants, which can be really, really deadly, because if they both would have, if two of them would have went before us, they could have knocked us out before we got a chance to act and run away. Welcome to Leftwyne. So, we're really hurting bad, so we're going to want to stay at the inn there to the right. But first, we're going to buy some stuff here. We want to buy 2 antidote herbs. The place we're going, there's some enemies that can poison you, and then there's also some enemies on the way there. They're kind of rare, but they can also be poisoned, so I'd like to grab about 2 antidote herbs, and 2 or 3 medical herbs should be enough. I've heard that the heir of our good king has ventured forth to do battle with the evil sorcerer Hargon. What, thou art the one? Good luck. Northward lies the castle of Cannock, my friend. So, this guard. Dost thou think it was Hargon who attacked Moonbrook and set her aflame? No, I can't think of anyone else with such power. Now I'll just answer in the affirmative. And he says, yes, I think so too. Well, we know it was because we saw the intro. So let's buy the leather shield. Eventually we're going to want to buy the chainmail and the chain sickle, but that's really, really expensive. And we're going to wait to buy that stuff after we get our partner, our cousin. Look for the monolith by the inland sea west of this place. It is by that route alone thou shalt reach Moonbrook. Here's the House of Healing. It looks like a nun, but apparently it's actually a priest. Because some dialogue, one of the dialogues that the priest says mentions that, you know, he has like a wife and kids. If thou art poisoned, thy step will weaken with each step. So yeah, people are starting to talk to you about poison here now. So that's why we pick up those 2 antidote herbs. I noticed that whenever I buy antidote herbs though, I never get poisoned. But if I decide, I'm not getting poisoned, then all of a sudden I get poisoned a lot. So It's the game playing with me. Oh, thou scared me, and my hiccups are cured. Thank thee, stranger. Well, look at that, we got into a fight right as soon as we left the village, so... transition screen. In dungeons, transition screens actually have the highest encounter rate. So, that's when you transition from one screen to another, it's a little over 32% that you get into an encounter rate, so... Screen transitions are very deadly. What's not so deadly is the walk up to Cannock Castle. It's a very short walk. And this is where our prince is. Now, we're, in the first game, your name determined your stats, or determined which two of your stats were high growth and which two of your stats were low growth. In this game, your name doesn't affect your stats are going to be static. What your name does affect, though, is the names of your companions. So if you're playing with a name other than Hermes, you might get different named companions. So we're going to learn the name of our first companion, the Prince of Cannock, up here in Cannock Castle. So, like I said, most of the enemies here aren't too deadly. All they end up being eventually cutting out some of these random battles. But for now, just letting them play through because there's not a lot of stuff going on between events. So the dungeons are very minor, our treks between them are very minor as well. I saw the sky burning red on the horizon south. Perhaps it was Moonbrook Castle aflame. Listen closely. Our prince has studied the ways of magic, though with heavy armor or weapons he has no skill. Still, he seeks to fight evil. We end up getting that lottery ticket. Sometimes some enemies do drop a lottery ticket. Sometimes a merchant will give you a random lotto ticket. Apparently, I think it's based on the amount of gold you have when you buy something from them. So, what does it matter if people steal things? The world is doomed no matter what happens. But I'll try to look that up, see if I can find the information out. It says the House of Healing, same services are offered there. We can talk with the prisoners through the gates, but that one's not cooperating. Here's the chamber of Princess Orpheo's sister, Hilla. Princess Hilla. Who art thou, a friend of my brother's? No, we never met him. Then I wish to be left alone. But we'll just tell her that, yeah, we're a friend. Then I'll give thee some advice. My brother has gone searching for the Spring of Bravery, but he travels slowly. I'm gonna have to find out where that Spring of Bravery is. Welcome to Cannock Castle. There's a door down there, but we can't open that yet. I've heard of a cave to the east in which the Spring of Bravery lies. Welcome, Hermes. Of experience you need 42. My son Orfeo has already left on his journey. Please find him and take him as thy companion. Let's make a quick save here with our game. And we will continue on though. Farewell and good luck. With my son's help you shall go far. Now, that's a gold key door, because you can see the outline of the door is yellow. So I'm just gonna fast forward here a little bit until this guy cooperates and comes over to the bar so we can talk with him. What does he have to say? Psst, I'll tell thee a secret. There's a silver key that opens doors of silver. There's no door in the game that you actually need the silver key to open, but there's a lot of good treasure behind doors that the silver key does open. So it's a good side quest to go on. It's a good place to, it's an optional dungeon. It's a good place to gain some levels for Orfeo, our cousin. So there's another returning enemy from the Dragon Warrior 1, the Drakey. So, just as annoying, actually a little bit more annoying. They have a little more hit points. I think in the Dragon Warrior 1 they only had up to 6 hit points. Here they can have up to 9, so... It'd be nice if the Drakey drops a club, but only on a 3.1% chance to drop something, a club. So, that would obviously help, you know, make buying things a lot easier. If you had the chain sickle, that would be really good, because that would pretty much guarantee that you can one-shot these enemies. But like I said, the chain still costs 390 gold, so take a long time. So Ghost Mouse with clothes. It's a really weak set of armor, but most drops you just get just for selling. So the ghosts actually can be pretty tough. They actually have a pretty decent chance to dodge. So when I'm going to heal up here, that's what our herbs are for. Once we get our companion, Orfeo, it won't be as difficult to heal because he comes with the heal spell. And it's just like the heal spell in the first game. So, if there's a healer, it can be in a really annoying fight, so I'm fast forwarding for a little bit here. Basically what we have to do is we have to get him to not attack us and get lucky that we go, basically he goes first, we attack him, his next turn he doesn't attack us, oh he attacks us, does his heal spell, and then we get like, then attack him and then attack before he acts. So, if we had the chain sickle and was able to do more damage, you know, it would just be a matter of, you know, him healing, us attacking after he heals, and then getting lucky and going before him. But we have to get lucky at basically like for 3 rounds there instead of just, you know, 1. So here's another new enemy around here, the Wild Mouse. They actually have another high chance of dropping that medical herb. Their chance is also 12.5%. So, but I did not get lucky anytime getting any of those herbs. So this would be a nice drop. The copper sword from the Babbles. We can sell that for some decent money, or the prince. Ally Orfeo can use the copper sword as well. He can't use heavy weapons, but the copper sword is kind of a light weapon. A lot of the early game weapons you can use. Those Babbles are pretty deadly enemies at the beginning of the game because they can actually poison you. They're one of the few enemies that have poison. So we should concentrate our attack power on them when we get into a fight with them. So. Getting into a lot of encounters here, so more than normal. So, speaking of encounters, different terrains, just like in the first game, have different encounter rates. Water has the lowest encounter rate. We're going to get a boat in this game at a 1.56%. Dungeon tiles have a low encounter rate of 3.13. Grasses and bushes have a 3.91% encounter rate. Forests, deserts, and swamps all have a 6.25% chance to run into encounter every step you take. Hills, 9.75%, and then transition screens have the 32.81%. And there's also a special room called the Hork Pit, and that also shares that same encounter rate. And the enemies you encounter in there are basically all Horks, so it's a big zombie pit. But so here is our destination, the Spring of Bravery. That's what we're going to head into our next episode. Take care, have a good day. Bye.